The Ford WRC team have travelled over 6,000 miles to compete at the highest level, in more ways than one. High altitude and high drama. This is Mexico. After weeks of preparation for the first gravel event of the season, the Ford Fiesta RS WRC is ready to head out to what has been described as one of the best ceremonial starts on the championship calendar. Jari-Matti Latvala and Petter Solberg lap up the attention from the fans in beautiful Guanajuato. Petter Solberg delights as he sets the fastest time through the opening street stage. Away from the city and out into the Mexican hillsides is where the boys in blue head on day one. It was first blood to Petter, but Jari-Matti and Mika take over the reins on stage 3, setting the fastest time and taking the lead of the event. Solberg picked up a puncture on the opener and dropped back to 13th overall. And to add insult to injury, he picked up another on the next stage.
30, late.
The damage from the flailing punctured tyre is evident on both sides of the Fiesta RS WRC.
With a couple of punctures, very, very tricky out there, and it's just unfortunate. We had to drive quite far on the punctures and we dropped a bit of time. The tyres really did quite good because we drove a long, long way, maybe 17 kilometres with a punctured tyre. And it didn't go completely off the rim, so really it was, we were quite fortunate.
It was on the 23 kilometres of Ortega where things started to go wrong for Jari-Matti and Mika. They hit a rock on the racing line and broke the front left suspension arm, dropping down to 8th. The mechanics had their work cut out at the midpoint service. But both Petter and Jari-Matti were not disheartened at all. Jari-Matti practically flew through the afternoon stages, setting fastest times across stages 6, 7 and 8. By now, he was up to 4th, just 16 seconds adrift of podium position, with Petter and Chris moving their way up to 5th overall.
So your pace this afternoon was amazing. You're now just 16 seconds away from a podium. You must be pleased with this afternoon's work.
Yeah, of course, climbing up from the 8th position to 4th, so of course that felt really good. And tomorrow I need to be sharp.
WRC Saturday. It was going to be a long one. First service was at 6 a.m. and 183 kilometres beckoned. For Jari-Matti and Mika, putting pressure on the Citroens in front was the plan. And it was mission accomplished after the opening stage. They were fastest.
That has got to be a massive confidence builder for you now.
Yeah, it's a good confidence builder. It's difficult to catch these guys, but at least we try to keep the press on.
Are you absolutely flat out, Jari-Matti? Is it 100% out there?
I can't really butt any more than that, what I was driving.
Petter and Chris had moved ahead of Mads Osberg and were now in 4th.
It was quite loose in many places. We went okay. We didn't mistake it in the middle on 20 Ks, so lost a little bit of time, but it's not so bad. Not so bad.
Rallying has always been an accessible sport. Where else could you get this close to the cars and drivers?
Let's make it more interesting, more exciting.
Petter, are you supervising?
Just as quickly as things go right, they can easily go very wrong. On the 41 kilometres of the technical Otatis stage, Jari-Matti picked up a puncture. His reaction back at service sums up just how he feels.
Yes, I know. It really feels bad. But
So what's the plan from you now then? Is it just a case of holding position now, I guess?
yeah, holding the third, of course, and try to go with a good feeling. That's the main thing.
Long tights, 1 plus. Keep right over crest, 30, 6 left minus half long tights.
the scorching sun faded from the washed-out blue skies, Jari-Matti held third and Petter fourth. Morning service and a team briefing before the final 4 stages of Rally Mexico get underway. The longest stage of the rally at 54 kilometres is today, and it's a tough test, but the drivers are ready.
Petter, big stage today, 54 kilometres we've got ahead.
Yeah.
Aha, here he is, the man himself. 54 kilometre stage today, guys. It's all about endurance. How do you prepare for such a stage?
Best thing is when you don't even think. You just concentrate for the notes and you drive as long as you have the notes. But the one more thing what you can do is just to drink a bit more before the stage.
The Super Special kicked the morning off. Jari-Matti and Petter had no problems and held third and fourth position overall. Jari-Matti and Mika were pushing through the long Guanajuato stage when they were distracted by the sight of Yevgeny Novikov's crashed Ford Fiesta RS WRC. Latvala responded by braking hard, sliding into a bank, sending his car into a roll. Despite completing the stage, they were not able to continue on as the roll cage had been damaged. A desperate blow after an amazing fight back. They had set 8 faster stage times across the weekend. Petter and Chris inherited third position and headed into the power stage with one purpose: to win it and gain extra drivers' points. And they did just that. Ford collectively picked up 11 stage wins this weekend.
3 points power stage, that was fantastic, you know, that was really good fun. I was on it. The car is absolutely fantastic, it's very fast. We just have to stay away from some rocks and some brake problem and it will be okay.
First of all, if we look at the positive side of what's happened this weekend, we had a podium with Chris and Petter behind us taking third place. We had a host of fastest stage times, so those stage victories in comparison to what we did here last year is really good news for the team.
To be honest, we've never, even when we won here, when we finished first and second, we couldn't match the pace, but this year we've been able to do that I think in good style. The positive to take out of it is that, you know, Jari-Matti and the Fiesta was the quickest combination here. Looking forward to the events that's to come, then I think it's very encouraging and positive for us.